What's your strongest addiction? Procrastination. Well, beat it one day. I'm a terrible procrastinator. I recently heard of the 5-minute rule and have tried it with good success. I still procrastinate, but not as often. The gist is that you identify the thing you are inclined to procrastinate doing, and you make a deal with yourself to suck it up and do it for just 5 minutes. If after 5 minutes it's so horrible that you want to stop, you are free to do so. The amazing thing is that within those 5 minutes you will usually realize that the task is nowhere near as terrible as you made it out to be, and so you just finish it rather than stopping at the 5-minute mark. I think momentum also plays a part. After doing something for 5 minutes, your brain does not want to stop until the task is done. Mine is close. It's called procrastination. Sugar. It's bad, man. Depressing how little willpower I have. And it's everywhere, and you can consume with very little stigma. At least with hard drugs, they're not in every store, restaurant, and gas station. Well, not in most neighborhoods. I've almost killed myself from alcohol withdrawal in the past, and let me tell you, sugar addiction and withdrawal is real and sucks. It can take months of abstinence to get your brain to quit craving it. You have the power over it because you have recognized the addiction. Cut that poop out completely and weather the withdrawal. You've got this. I really do love chocolate. Browsing Reddit instead of working. Doing this right now. Supposed to be in a Teams meeting, but browsing Reddit instead. I've discovered that my phone has app timers. So I've limited myself to an hour a day of Reddit, or I would be in your shoes. Of course, that doesn't help on the computer. Edit. Off. Not off. I came here to see other people's bad habits, not my own. It was cocaine for the past 4 years. Now it's tennis lol. David Foster Wallace. Is that you? So one way or another those white lines will get you. Ah yes. The cocaine of leisure sports. I'm so proud of you for your new positive addiction. I really enjoyed cocaine for about 6 years. Looking back, I don't think I ever was physically addicted, but it was the mental/social aspect of it. I had to completely remove myself from going to places I used to hang out. Kudos for kicking it. Benzos. And probably the stupid mucking phone I haven't put down all afternoon. I've only taken Benzos a few times from prescription, but never again. It finally clicked for me that Benzos don't remove your anxiety, they just kick the can down the road. Like you go into anxiety debt. And the longer you're on Benzos, the higher the interest rate. Sooner or later, that debt comes due. Benzodiazepine withdrawal is worse than heroin, and I say that with experience. But once you're free of them, you'll never touch them again. Mainly because of the memory of those mind-shifting withdrawals. Caffeine. I feel this so hard. I don't drink caffeinated beverages to wake up anymore. I drink them just to feel remotely normal. For real though. I've been trying to take a couple months off to try to reset my tolerance for like 10 years now lol. Still haven't done it. I realized I have a problem when I saw a sign say now with 100 milligrams of caffeine for an extra boost, and I thought to myself 100 milligrams. That's it? That's nothing. Still haven't changed my life because the deuce. On Sunday night I get so excited about Monday morning/work because all the coffee I get to drink on a work day. Legit. If I don't have a coffee I have a headache like you won't believe. I guess this is my life now. Coffee and alcohol. Espresso martinis could be the making or breaking of me. The craft brewery by me sells an espresso stout. It is the most amazing beer I've ever tasted. Sleeping. I love to sleep, and no matter how much I have it, it's never enough. Edit. Thanks for the replies, but no, I don't have sleep apnea or any medical condition. Nor do I feel tired after sleeping. I'm perfectly fine with a normal 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But if I can manage a nap here or there during the day, I take it as a way to relax and recharge. 1. Comfy. So very comfy. 2. My dreams are far better than reality. 3. The level of relaxation is euphoric. Yeah, I'd happily spend days in bed if not for responsibilities. Dude, I muckin' feel this so bad. I'm apt to sleep right now. A long time ago, I went to see the Dalai Lama live in person at a large theater/auditorium in Europe. It was an interesting experience. But nothing was more interesting to me than when he was fielding unscripted questions from the audience. One audience member asked him, "What do you do in your free time?" The question seemed to take him by complete surprise. It was pretty obvious that he wasn't expecting it. He said that he didn't really have much free time, but when he did, he said, "I like to sleep. Possible thyroid stuff. If you sleep too much you'll be tired. If you sleep too little, tired. Sleep at erratic times, tired. Or thyroid issue will also cause fatigue when you're getting enough sleep. Always tired generation represent." Chewing on something, anything really. Actually, that may be more instinctual and necessary than previously thought. I read in Breath by James Nestor that our ancestors chewed for 3 hours a day on average, and that the chewing motion actually stimulates stem cell growth in the space between the bones in our jaws. Wild, I know. I like to chew on caps from bottles, like a water bottle. Not going to bed when I'm clearly tired. I won't say this is my worst addiction, but this is definitely me. For me it's because nighttime is the only time I have to myself that is quiet and peaceful, so I stay up playing games until 1 AM every night, and I have to get up around 5:30 AM, so I'm always tired and miserable all day. But then nighttime rolls around and the kids/wife are sleeping, and I get a second wind and wanna enjoy my quiet time. Heroin. But I'm 3 months sober and in treatment for the 3rd time. Keep the faith. Good for you. Hope you will win. You got this, brother, I believe. I like how reading the comments here, one moment you're like haha funny, and then the next comment someone talks about their heroin addiction or some other serious stuff. It's a roller coaster of emotions. I'm genuinely surprised at the lack of meth addicts GBH. Edit. My highest upvoted comment. Oh. Reddit. Staying true to form. P. Watching procrastinating YouTube hours and hours on end. Where can we get help? Destroying my life in new and creative ways. I slam the reset button every few years. Keeps things interesting, I guess. Nicotine. Same here. I quit 3 years ago, but I never let my guard down. The nicotine monster is real. Can't quit it. Social media / screen time, it's gotten so bad. / I can relate a lot. What is your average screen time? I use it to cope with my loneliness / boredom. I feel like I'm wasting my life. My so spends nearly 18 hours a day on his phone. According to the screen time tab in settings, 12 hours is the least I've seen. That's every waking moment for him. Phone, specifically smartphone, and the ability to unconsciously scroll never-ending feeds. Masturbation. DW Dude. Well, beat it together. I don't consider masturbation itself a problem for me, but I definitely want to stop watching porn because it makes my brain weird. Me too, bro. How long have you gone without it? In 2 weeks clean. Porn addiction is a serious issue. RuneScape. Lol. You know, I tried this a few times. Couldn't get into it. Starting to dive in for a 4th time before I finally asked myself, yo, why am I trying to give myself an addiction? I saw a tweet the other day saying something along the lines of, who knew being introduced to this weird browser game back in 2006 would end up ruining my life 15 years later, and it resounded within me. Rice. For some reason I cannot eat a proper meal without rice. As a nation, any food we eat without rice is only considered a snack. Lol. Edit. For those who are asking, we eat white, sometimes brown, and sometimes we mix it together, rice at least thrice per day. We usually have more serving of rice than our variant, and sometimes we eat rice with noodles as our variant. Rice is dope. It's the perfect base. Alcohol. Edit. Eating meat is immoral. Please stop supporting industry that murders 70 billion animals yearly only cause they taste good. I'm shocked that alcohol is this far down. Haha. I'm a very functional drinker, but I definitely have a problem. I drink a few every evening and struggle to stop when I start on a big night out. But at 23 it seems impossible to avoid. Same for me. It's really gotten worse this past pandemic year. It's been snowballing for the past 5 years. I'm 30 pounds overweight and start in the morning whenever I have a day off. When wake up and see I only have a 6-pack for the day, I know it's not enough. I don't want to quit, but drinking less seems not possible either. Kissing the home is good night. You are a real one. Used to be some pretty hard stuff. Then I managed to get clean and used Domino's pizza as a replacement. Dom's low-key saved my life. Everyone talks juice on Domino's without trying their crunchy thin crust. Keep it up. G. And never look down. You hear? Weed. People say you can't get addicted, but around 15% of people who use marijuana become addicted. I had to go 6 months without smoking once, and it was fine, but the entire time I felt like I was just missing a part of myself. The day I could smoke again I did, and I haven't stopped since. r/leaves and r/pshioles for the addicted lol. You don't get physically addicted like you would with nicotine or heroin, but literally anything can be addicting mentally. People that say you can't get addicted at all in general are just dumb. Edit. Okay, I was wrong. As multiple people pointed out, people do have physical withdrawal symptoms. My bad. Why do I feel that 15% is too low than what it actually is? Agreed fam. Currently trying to change my habits. Would like to do weekends only, but Mondays make crap harder to stick to. Fast food. And especially since DoorDash and Uber Eats became more convenient, people talk about tacking on a few pounds this pandemic, but I've hit near 40 this last year BC. I can't quit eating crappy food. Most times I don't even remember ordering it until it shows up at my door, and I get irrationally angry every time one of those apps has a completely reasonable may I add delivery delay or timing issue. I'm working through it in therapy and I've been doing good about avoiding it for about a month now and lost 10 of those pounds, but still on long drives I'll absent-mindedly pull off the highway and get in a drive-through line before even comprehending what I'm doing. Really never thought food addiction could be such a strong force, but it really sent me into a pretty bad spiral. Still get really bad cravings whenever I see ads for the new Taco Bell bullcrap chalupa thing or whatever dumb celebrity meal is going on at McDonald's, to the point it almost hurts. Can't really say much more than that, but it's a bit cathartic to vocalize this out there somewhere. It's so hard because it's everywhere, in your face all the time, being advertised with deals, and can be delivered directly to you any time of day. Moisturizer and lip balm. I cannot go 30 minutes without reapplying either of them either. I have found my people. It's sad how they have marketed this stuff as beneficial. There is an ingredient in it that purposely dries your lips. Salicylic acid, a medication known as a keratinolytic, translates to skin breaker/dissolver. Replace lip products with petroleum jelly and all that necessity will go away. Source link. Skip down to the 1 2 4 number points. I have dermatillomania that stems from my OCD. Whenever there's an imperfection on my skin or body I have to pick at it, which of course leads to more imperfections, which leads to more picking. It's a viscous cycle. I'm so glad someone else posted this. I have this as well. When I finally saw a doctor that recognized what I had was in fact an actual condition. Just the fact of him telling me that it's a form of OCD due to my anxiety, just hearing someone acknowledge that my thing had a name and I wasn't alone, lifted a giant weight off my shoulders. I mainly pick my face because it's readily available. I miss the days where my picking was mainly focused on my legs, which I could hide. I'm working on it. Trying to limit my time in the bathroom stops me from standing in front of the mirror for 20 minutes until my face is just wrecked. My trichotillomania is a similar experience. I found that a mantra, a support network, and cognitive behavioral therapy have helped treat it more than anything. Stimulant drugs exacerbate the bad habits far more. Caffeine, ADHD medication, etc. I hope you can find relief from your impulse disorder. And remember to forgive yourself. Sugar, the devil. Honey. Sugar the kombucha mushroom people. I'm not there all the time, you know. Some people call it insane. This methodica is so damn hard to get rid of. I have about 10 years of failed attempts, but now I'm about 6 months clean. Went from 104 kilograms to 90 kilograms in that time too. There's no secret to it. You just need to drop that poop and stay strong. By far the hardest thing I've ever had to quit. Yes please CE. Spice. Me too main. Underrated comment. Insidious ingredient. Sugar just sugar or sugar and HFCS. Imo. HFCS is more addictive than sugar. Edit. Am I being downvoted for my opinion by big HFCS? /r/sugar program is for you, the most destructive force in the universe. At this moment it is peanut butter. The reason I don't always eat peanut butter is because I don't always have peanut butter. Having a decent moment, only to ruin it with negative thoughts and what if scenarios of friend/so/etc. Then boost myself back up all on my own, so I can get high on the fact I know myself better than anyone, and I don't need anyone. PS that's a lie I tell myself. I'm just anxiety ridden and have a problem with opening up to PPL about how I'm feeling. I completely get you, the mind is our enemy until we tame it sometimes to be a friend. Reddit mostly, I can quit anytime I want. Cocaine. I'm almost a year clean, but didn't stop thinking about it for months after getting clean. There are phantom highs that hurt your mental state because it feels like your lips and nose and face are numb. I would crave it so heavily sometimes I had to sit with my head in my hands and hold my breath. My thoughts were, if I'm not inhaling coke, why am I breathing? It's an intense craving. Both physically and mentally. My therapist had to explain that I was still obsessed with it. Even though I wasn't in active addiction, I still think about it every day. Just not every hour or every minute like long ago. The main reason I don't do it anymore is because of how expensive it is. I would spend at least 80/night on it. Am I happier now? I don't know. But I'm not stressing about how much blow I have left. Just about to be 11 months clean. It's possible. But it's hard. I'm mucking proud of you mate. Grinding in morp games. If I open music in background I can grind same mob for like 9 hours. OSRS in a nutshell. Procrastination. I'll explain later. I'll read it later. Link. I'm planning to write up a research paper on this sometime probably. TLDR. There's a lot of addictions I relate to, but I suppose this is the strongest one. Join me. There's more sides. How you can look at it. From one point of view, make a list what's most important and beneficial to you. Something what creates value. Train yourself mentally to take action. See you later. Buying Lego. I feel bad for your bank account. If Bionicles were still a thing now, like they were in Gen 1 in the early 200s, when I was a kid, I'd have no money. Hello husband of mine. I see you have a new Reddit account. Keep them in the box for investment purposes. Whenever I'm done building a set, I immediately buy another one, so I always have something to build. I told myself I'll stop after I finish the Colosseum. Just buying, not playing with. I see that in lots of people's hobbies, electronics, 3D printing, anything that involves tools and supplies. Accumulating respectable workshops and stockpiles of material, but making almost nothing. Same. Started last year as New Year's resolution to try a new hobby. Little did I know it would turn into something way bigger than I thought. Got worse when my wife started into and using brick economy to get info on sets. Shows my collection is far beyond what I ever thought I would spend on a collection of stuff. Even more so that amount in a single year of a hobby. And there are so many retired sets I would love, but the retired tax on sets is huge sometimes, so at least it's a collection of stuff that could get some decent value back if I felt like selling. World of Warcraft, yeah. Edit. I wanted to respond to more comments, but ironically I was too busy on WoW. Don't res up guys. Just don't do it, lol. At the current state of WoW it really should not be hard to quit. Love. Like romantic love. Not like with friends or family. I'm good without it forever, but if I catch feelings it appears I only have 2 modes nano or all of it. It has happened like 4 times in my life and I'm a bit shy of 30 yo I've crashed a few times. It's no fun. Dating apps don't do it for me. I need to meet someone as a friend. Slowly fall in love with them, and then be all consumed by feelings for them. Is there an app for that? Cigarettes. I'm 13 days free from that deuce. Same dude. I'm 3 days free and it's amazing that I can breathe after waking up again. I'm surprised how far I had to scroll and how little upvotes you have. I thought this would be a much more common one. I say I want to quit, but yeah, I'm almost 40. I've smoked since I was a late teenager. I've quit a few times, the longest being nearly 2 years. But I've always started again. Strangely, I'm really good at quitting cold turkey and can go months without one. But as soon as high stress enters my life, I'm ducked and I start again. I've just quit again and currently on day 10. The immediate benefits are obvious. I'm feeling physically good and the money saved is great. I really hope this is it this time. I really wish I never started smoking to begin with. I really wish I was one of those buttholes who buys a pack of cigarettes for a weekend and then doesn't smoke again for 6 months. But I'm not. I simply cannot smoke. At all. Again. Scented candles and watching YouTube for hours. Are you my sister? Scented candles. Yes. I have about 4 large candles waiting for the right season to be burnt. My current is very summery. I need a spring candle, I just can't stop buying them. DarkMagicNight just really spoils me for choice. I relate to this one. Speaking of candles, have you watched the series The 100? In their post-apocalyptic barbarian society, I noticed the main characters always have huge rooms lit by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of candles. Made me wonder, where in the hell are they getting all these candles? It's like there's a robotic candle factory somewhere that miraculously survived Armageddon, and they raid it regularly. Hey, that just sounds like a good Thursday night. My exclamation, oh no. That always causes problems. Stay strong, homie. Came here to say this. Easy for everyone to say leave it. But the whole post is what are you addicted to? I feel it, friend. Especially going cold turkey. I wish I could see her again, but it would crush me. Gotta let them go. Enjoy the memories, but don't think of them as more than that. It can happen again. Just not with that specific person. So there's the theory. How do we do it? Same. Resist. Same. And it's been years, and we're both married to different people now too. I started talking to my ex, but I suffered depression and she pulled me out of my last slump. She isn't there to help me this time, because we're not close enough, but I keep getting drawn back to wanting to talk to her. Mucking sucks, man. Was alcohol. 19 months sober. Now it's Dungeons and Dragons. I'm proud of you. Hell yeah, dude, right there with ya. I quit in late December 2019 and haven't looked back since. Nice job. Good job. Nice will save. 1 month clean. Tea. Not enough dose will cause headaches. That's called a caffeine addiction. I feel you. Always have a cup in the morning since childhood. I don't feel physically dependent on it, as I can easily go without it. Earl Grey, hot, green tea, or even decaf. Taper your consumption down. I was having like 8 to 10 cups of green tea. Sometimes decaf, sometimes not. Every day. I was deep into an eating disorder, and it was my meal replacement, plus tons of water. Since it dehydrates you, I drank way more tea in the winter, cause it's ducking freezing then. I suffer withdrawals if I'm forced to go without tea. I can't function without my tea in the morning, and if I'm forced to interact or do any physical activity before I have my tea, I can be downright violent. It's not good, and I need some serious help with it, because the violence part is not good. Snus. If you snus, you lose. Bless you. Some of my old friends were really into that stuff. 2. They'd even do it in class. Snus force and 1. 8 years with a snus on my mouth from 8.30 to 22.30, with the compulsory pause for eating, sports, and kissing or relations. Not a single problem, not even recess gums according to my dentist. I do road cycling, and my lungs are grateful that I quit cigarettes. No one has been able to show me real data of cancer cases strictly related to this habit, and it's been also challenging to find it for me as well. I like it. Apparently is not that bad. I'm sticking to it, I guess. Kratom with an energy drink. I was taking about 20 capsules a day and drinking a bang. I've been off it for about 3 months now. Now I'm trying to reduce my caffeine intake. I'm there right now. Been doing it for years. I kind of justify it to myself by saying I'm not doing any other nastier drugs and it's not insanely expensive. But I know I need to wean off sometime soon. I'm taking 15 or 20 full gram caps a day. The half gram capsules that are much more common, I have to take like 30. It's getting silly. I'm trying to step down the amount of kratom I've been taking. I swear the physical withdrawal is so bad. I can go without the caffeine really easy. The Kratom, it's taking forever to kick. What is Kratom? I have a week off Kratom and still feel like deuce. It's getting better though. I used it for 4 years. Diet Coke. Don't care what people say, they put something other than caffeine in that crap. That makes me come back every damn day for another. Edit. Thanks for the silver. Nice to see. So many people have the DC addiction in common. And such similar story arcs. Same here. Hence my username lol. But Coke Zero tastes slightly better. I swear the people I know who drink Diet Coke drink like 12 a day. I like to argue they are better than regular soda, but I DK about in that much excess. Such a funny skit about Diet Coke. Link, this guy does pretty funny stuff generally. I thought I was addicted to Diet Coke, but I think I'm just addicted to carbonation. I bought a soda stream and I just carbonate water now, and it satisfies me as much as Diet Coke ever did. Yes, I searched for this, because it's easily my one. It's probably the aspartame. It gets metabolized into dopamine in the body, similar to the phenylalanine in 5-hour energy. Porn. Okay, this is what I did. I stopped and I invested all that suppressed energy into getting a GF. Just ducking doing anything. Getting out of my comfort zone. Going out more. Meeting new people. Just use that energy for something else. If you just go watch porn every time you're horny, you're wasting that energy. Came here to say this. It's a never-ending struggle, it seems like. What makes it worse is too many people just accept it and think it's okay when it's really not. I scrolled looking for this answer as a woman who's been in relationship with men who grew up with the internet. This is rampant, serious, and depressingly normalized. Ice cream sandwiches. Like the super soft cheap styrofoam ones that don't melt, or the fancy ones that are way too hard to bite through without chipping a tooth or smooshing the ice cream out. Yes, ice cream in general. Then why don't you marry an ice cream sandwich? Harrow in PFFFT, whatever, ice cream sandwich is okay, now we're talking. Mr. Bluff, is that you? The Neapolitan kind? Bruh. Yes, I ducking love the mint chip ice cream sandwiches. And I love the strawberry part of the Neapolitan ice cream sandwiches. Everything I can buy and is self-destructive. So, you too. Ice cream sandwiches? What if you buy a money manager? Breathing. I suffer from it since I was born. Water. Man, I feel this so bad. I breathe with my mouth. The withdrawal symptoms suck. And you'll literally die without it. Now that you've started, I hear the cure is worse than the disease. Taking big deuces in the middle of my own success. What is with this? I'm 95% through a work project. And I just spent the last 2 days procrastinating. Why do I shoot myself in the foot so often? Literally or figuratively? Like I'm about to go receive this award, but I gotta drop a deuce RQ? Fear of success is to demotivation as a fear of failure is to motivation. God damn, this spoke to me. I'm a realtor, and every time I get a house under contract I become complacent. I too have vibes. I hope that is a metaphor, and I pronounce you husband, and aggressively craps pants. Definitely smoking. Smoking what? Check out nicotine pouches link. Smoking what? Surprised this is so far down, haha. Smoking what? Smoking what, bro?